It's something that you had to pinch yourself to believe that after 20 years of campaigning that we got ourselves safe rates.
This is a campaign that's going to save lives, it's going to make a difference to our industry, it's going to stop the carnage on our highways, and it's going to leave a better trucking and transport industry for this country going forward for the next decade.
Safe rates has been a long time coming. There's been a lot of inquiries and it's taken up to 20 years before we've finally got it through. Why it came around in its initial stages were the amount of people that were being killed in the trucking industry. We often looked at this, and if as many people were killed putting up construction sites in the city, there'd be a national inquiry. But they seemed to put it down as collateral damage or whatever, and as far as we're concerned, that wasn't good enough. We have a situation that's still running rampant as we speak now, where you get people undercutting, dog eat dog. It goes like a Dutch auction to the lowest bidder.
I've watched a lot of mates go broke. I've had mates that have been killed in the industry, and simply because we know what was going down. They were pushing themselves, trying to make ends meet, and I think you had two choices. You could back down and whimper away, find another industry to go to, or you could say, well, bugger them, they're not going to push me out of my industry. This is my industry. Let's get up, let's do something, let's improve our industry, you know?
So we got a lot of experts from overseas. We got them involved, and we said enough's enough. We lobbied the politicians. It took a long time, but eventually we got some success. And finally, as of the 1st of January next year, that's when it comes all to fruition. So it's been a long time coming, but it's been worth the wait.
Safe rates means we have an independent umpire making a determination about what's safe in the heavy transport industry. This law will mean that a driver can do a fair day's work for a fair day's pay, not have to push himself, not have to push his truck, not have to cut corners, just be able to make ends meet. It takes those terrifying variables that are currently in place on our highways out of the equation.
What it's going to do, obviously, is put a set of minimum conditions that are legally enforceable. For the travelling public, which is you and I and everyone else that commutes on the road, it'll be good to say that we're sharing the highways with people that aren't driving under duress, they're not under pressure, they're not being forced to excessively speed to reach unrealistic delivery schedules, they won't be overloading so they can make extra buck off their load. All these things will be illegal, and like we say, we'll have test cases, we'll bring it through, and yeah, everyone will be a lot safer, and everyone will be getting a fair return, fair remuneration for the effort that they put in.
300 odd deaths a year is unacceptable, and we believe this will go a long way in improving the amount of deaths on the road to reducing it.
It's probably one of the best things that anyone in this industry could hope for.
It's a worldwide first. The legislation will run in conjunction with through Fair Work Australia, where we've got a board made up of industry experts, commissioners and rank and file people will be on that board. So it'll be a situation where the industry will be controlling itself, and it will have people that are actually overseeing any disputes or discrepancies who are from the industry. So we won't have a team of experts that know nothing trying to tell us how to run our own show.
Now the hard work starts. This is where we're taking on the big end of town. The supply chain, Coles, Woolworths, they are big companies to take on.
What the Coles online campaign is about getting a fair day's pay for a fair day's work. We've got a situation where people are delivery drivers, no different to Star Trek, TNT, Toll IPEC, out there working hard, doing the work, and Coles in their distorted wisdom tend to want to pay them as if they're shop assistants. They're arguing they're under the Shop Assistance Award. Why would they argue they're under the Shop Assistance Award? Because it's cheaper. They can get away with the penalty rates are lower, the hourly rate is lower. So we're arguing that they're delivery drivers under our award, under the Transport Awards, which they are. They're putting every hurdle up to try to stop that happening. And when you look at these big multinational organisations, they're just profit driven, want the money, and that's what it's about. So instead of putting 2 cents on the price of a can of baked beans to make their profit, they can also rip off workers by making their profit. So we're into them. We're not going to go away. We will win this campaign, and we've got a lot of support behind it.